What's good? Back again with another reaction to this video. You know what I'm saying? We'll be getting into Oakland rapper ChaiBenji. Sorry if I'm butchering it. Wanted for unaliving. The West Coast Lil Jeff is on the run, bro. It's crazy. We'll go ahead and get into this one. Original video link in the description, like always. You know what I'm saying? Swamp Story 2. Go check them out. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully got you rolled up. We'll go ahead and get into this video. Let's check it out. You know what I'm saying? See what's up. Shout out Oakland for sure.
Detectives placed evidence markers next to shell casings on E Street near the Go Amigo corner store. Police say the shooting killed a 50-year-old Stockton man. Happened just after 8 o'clock on Saturday. This neighbor, who goes by Kennedy, says he heard at least 40 rounds from his home when he was watching his younger sibling.
Ooh-wee. Breaking news. Oakland rapper Kai Benji has been arrested for the murder of a 50-year-old man from Stockton. Now, obviously, this is breaking news and it's a big deal, but we'll get into the specifics later. But first,
I think they're aren't they the one who aren't they the ones who EBK are beefing with?
Want to cover the background information just so if you don't know who Kai Benji is, you will. Makai Adams, commonly known as Kai Benji, is a rapper from East Oakland, specifically from High Street. Now, if you're familiar with Oakland, you know that High Street is not really like that. Like, it's not the hood.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. High Street's crazy. Here's why I know. I used to go to the sideshows out there, and there's a lot of cool people there. Shout out to Oakland. Shout out to the people on High Street. So, you know what I'm saying? Dog, I don't know. High Street's like that. That's all I gotta say.
Pretty much, if you grew up in Oakland, you know that that's where kids went to avoid the hood stuff. It's basically like the hoods in LA, you know, middle to upper class homes, decent families, not, you know, the absolute trenches. But these days in Oakland, everything's different. Like, to be really with the shit, you don't have to be from anywhere. You don't even have to be from Oakland to bang a gang in Oakland. And it all became this way because of case gangs' emergence in the early 2000s. Historically, the reason Oakland never had gangs is because everything was about the gang and respect as an individual. That's true. Like, if I'm from Seminary and then in West Oakland you got Acorn and Ghost Town beefing, that has nothing to do with me. I'm a player. I could be cool with both sides. It doesn't matter. That's how it used to be.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Those days were cool. I remember those days. That's how it was in the early 2000s and 2010s. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody was, like I said, player, and they were with the shit, but they weren't going to jump into anybody else's beef. Right. They weren't going to choose sides of anything that had nothing to do with them personally. But then, like I said before, Case Gang came around and ruined that for everyone. They were truly demons that Oakland had never seen before, just coming through, bullying everyone and making them choose a side. You're either with Case Gang, or we're going to smoke all of you. And after doing this for years and years, they basically took over most of the hoods in Oakland. This was horrible for Oakland, because in the previous generations, in order for something to be real beef, there really had to be real beef. But now with Case, they were starting shit for absolutely no reason. And to keep this going, they kept on recruiting younger and younger and younger generations, all
that's the Wyans, bro. The cry. All right, okay, let's keep
over
going.
Oakland.
Oakland be crazy,
and that takes
though.
us to what I would call the fourth generation of Case, which is pretty much known as BBG, and it'll make sense later why they're differentiated. What's important to know is that everyone in the Bay is scared of BBG. They might not want to hear this, but it's facts. Please understand that the Bay Area is not like Chicago or Baton Rouge or Philly, where dudes will just go crash out instantly over anything that happened. Generally speaking, street dudes in the Bay are moving smart or scared, depending on how you look at it, but they don't want to go to jail and they don't want to have any reason to get violent. They just want to make their diss songs and have everyone think that they're really with the shit. That's except for what
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Swamp Story do be talking a little too much smack about Cali, but let's see what else dog has to say.
One group of people, Case Gang, but more specifically the BBGs. You mess with these dudes and they will be at your door that night. These are the real crash outs of the Bay Area, and none more than Kai Benji himself. If you don't know, Kai came out as a rapper in 2020 when he was just 16 years old. And despite his young age, this dude was rapping like I've never seen before, just talking the craziest shit ever. He was rapping about spinning blocks, catching op after op, and not to mention that in every video he had a Call of Duty loadout. So naturally, Kai was going up. Every song was hitting hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views.
And y'all listen to him, let me know in the comments below. But I'm about to check him out.
And I was like, this guy is the next big rapper out of the Bay. Not only was his music and his image hard, but his beef was also all over the internet. Basically, I'm just saying that he had the perfect recipe to be one of the first rappers to make it out of the Bay. Or at least on some street shit. But unfortunately, Kai was really living like that in real life. Like everything he was saying in the songs, he was actually doing. And that's according to everyone I've talked to on both sides. Like, his ops told me the same thing. Like, they told me that even at very young ages, you know, before all the rapping, he was the first one hopping out the car. Bounce out with the chopper, man. So unfortunately, this would all catch up to him. And right as his career was taking off, he would be arrested and sentenced to multiple years. So from 2021 to 2024, Kai Benji was locked up, leaving us with nobody else to listen to. Okay, but all jokes aside, while he was locked up, Case's politics would hit the fan. An internal beef would kick off, they started smoking each other back to back to back, and, you know, it was all bad.
It gets crazy whenever you got internal beef. Whenever you got internal beef, bro, that's when things really do get crazy. Because you never know who's on whose side and who's gonna... and it be your own homies, you know what I'm saying? Like,
if you want me to make a video on that, I definitely will. So please let me know. Well, now we fast forward 3 years to Kai Benji's release, September 2024. Okay. In my opinion, Kai Benji's release was kind of underwhelming. It was almost like everyone forgot about him. I think it's because during the 3 years he was gone, EBK kind of took over and blew up with the crash out music scene. Or, get this, it's because Kai Benji came home rapping like a Muppet.
It ain't what they make it seem. Jumped out and don't tap him, I ain't need the beam. Jumped out, don't tap him, I ain't need the beam.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to his voice. But what's important is that after doing 3 years, you'd hope that he would just sit back and try his best to
Song stars, bro, you funny.
regain his career. No glaze, but you have nothing to prove in the streets. Just focus on your music and stacking up the millions. Or the thousands. He ain't that big. But no, according to Oakland police, just 6 days after being released from prison, Kai Benji was right back in the field. September 8th, 2024. It's a Sunday night in Oakland, and allegedly Kai Benji and his friend named Keontae are out in the field hitting licks. Details aren't specific yet, but from what we know, they pull up to Deep East Oakland, specifically 105th and East Street. This is where they spot a 50-year-old man named Lamore Payne outside the Go-Go Market. They jump out, try to get what they can get, but unfortunately Lamore is not going. So tragically, they unload over 40 times at him. However, he could not be located.
Oh, okay.
Instead, Kai would hit the road and keep making his music. Catch me if you can, but I'ma do my thing. So from what we know, Oakland police are still looking for Kai Benji. Where is he? No glazing, but this dude is different. Like, he might be the biggest, like, this guy, if you put him in Baton Rouge or Memphis, like, this guy just fits right in. And that pretty much describes BBG as a whole. And I've been holding off on making a video because there hasn't been an indictment on them yet, but I might just do it anyway. I don't even care if they call me the police now. I don't care. And I'm only saying that because once Kai Benji is arrested, it's like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I don't have to look over my shoulder everywhere I go. Because if you don't know, he literally dissed me in his latest song.
Slum story trying to give me indicted, man, don't believe that nigga. Some on content, nah, fuck that pussy bitch that drag snitch.
I'm not gonna lie, when I heard it, I texted him right away. I'm like, bro, please, I don't want any problems, bro. Leave me alone, I'm a big fan. So let me know if you want to see that on the main channel, and I hope you enjoyed this one, even though it's kind of a BS little video, but happy to break the news to you and keep you informed on everything that's going on. So if you enjoyed the video,
that's great. Hey, Swamp Stories is funny, but anyways, if y'all enjoyed and liked this video, like, comment, subscribe, let me know in the comments below. If y'all watched to the end, I appreciate it. Oakland is crazy, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everyone on everyone's sides, on all sides, my bad. Shout out to everyone on all sides. You know what I'm saying? It's Easter, it's 420, my bad, bro. I'm a little baked right now, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, with that, gang, I'm going to let y'all go. We out.